Light.
I can't see.
Lights, camera.
I'm blind.
Action.
Oh God.
Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I know I look a little bit more put together than my last video. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 gluten and dairy-free desserts. If you do not know, I was recently diagnosed with PCOS, and that means I have a complete switch on my diet right now. So these are gonna be some very awesome desserts to try out. But if you wanna see some really good gluten and dairy-free desserts that you would like to try out for yourself, then stay tuned and let's get on with the video. So today I'm gonna be showing you 3 gluten and dairy-free desserts. One is a cinnamon roll cake. I know it sounds crazy and you're like, how can that even be good? But let me just tell you, it was really, really good. Really good. It is gluten dairy-free, but it was not sugar-free. So if you wanna do sugar-free, you can alternate between the sugars that you used. I did not. So here is that video from when I made this cinnamon roll cake. Okay, so here is the final. I'm so excited about this one. That is actually really good. I mean, of course it's not gonna be like your normal cinnamon roll forte, but that's not bad. I really like the fluffiness of the cake. Now you can tell that it's gluten-free flour. It's not bad though. It's actually pretty good. So right now I am going to be doing a gluten-free peach cobbler. I love peach cobbler. I love any kind of cobbler. So I figured, why not try it? I have it all wrote down on my little recipe note card. I have some peaches, of course, and I've already peeled them, sliced them, diced them, whatever you want to do with them. Look how stinking cute these little measuring cups. Not really measuring cups. What am I saying? Little measuring spoons. Nothing crazy. So with our peaches, we're going to add, if I look down, it's because I'm looking at my little paper. So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour and just sprinkle it over. 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just gonna use maybe a little bit more because I love some vanilla. Then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of maple syrup. You can use maple syrup or you can use agave if you want to. I'm gonna use maple syrup. This is gonna be sticky. then 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon, and a little bit of ground nutmeg. You don't need a lot, but I like spices, so I put a lot. And then a little bit of salt. So we're just gonna add a couple pinches. The salt really brings out the flavor of the peaches. Now we're gonna lightly toss this as I sling it everywhere. Now we're going to assemble the peaches. Gonna set that aside. We're going to start our crumble. So we're gonna need 3/4 cup of our flour. We're going to put that in our bowl. Get 1/2 cup of rolled oats. This is our gluten-free oats. Put that in there. Another 1/4 cup. Put that in there. Another 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. More salt. And in this, we're gonna add 1/3 cup of coconut oil. Ta-da! Put that in there. And it literally turns into a crumble. Okay, so we're gonna get our peaches and we're gonna crumble this literally on top. And spread it out evenly. And this is what it should be looking like. It looks pretty delicious to me. So we're gonna pop this in the oven at 350 for 40 to 50 minutes. And I'll see you for when it comes out. Yeah. So the next thing that we're gonna make is blueberry swirl cheesecake bars. I know, how can you make that gluten and dairy free? I'm about to show you. First, we're gonna make our crust. It needs to be the first thing because we're gonna have to freeze it. So, got some Rice Krispies, and you're gonna need 3 cups. I don't have a food processor, but I do have my Ninja, so we're just gonna use that. So, let's see if we can get 3 cups in here. Probably not. That's 2. Let's go ahead and, well, that helped a lot. Now let's do the last cup. Oh man. All right, so here we have 3 cups of our rice cereal. And now we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of agave or maple syrup, whichever one you prefer. So 1, 2, and now our coconut oil, which is 1/4 cup. And just put that in there. So this is gonna blend and it's gonna be very crumbly and sticky. So yeah. Okay, now in our 8x8 pan, and this is gonna have to be really pressed down. See how together that is? Like, ugh. And just press it down. Try to get it as evenly as you can. Now we're going to stick this in the freezer while we make our cheesecake part of it. So let's put this in the freezer. So I have 2 cups of cashews in the strainer because they have been soaking for 3 hours just to kind of soften them up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them, we're supposed to process them, but I don't have a food processor, so we're just gonna improvise. If you know, you know. So right now we're going to make the cheesecake part. So instead of using normal cheesecake, we're gonna be using cashews. So we have our 2 cups of cashews. We're gonna do our 1/3 cup of maple syrup, then 1/3 cup of coconut oil, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, and then 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. If y'all could only smell this peach cobbler, we got this, and we're going to blend. Okay, in our saucepan that I have heating up, we're gonna add 1 cup of frozen blueberries. Then we're gonna add our sugar. It calls for coconut sugar, but I could not find any anywhere for some odd reason, so we're just gonna use regular sugar. Tablespoons. And then we're gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. And I think I'm gonna add just a little bit of vanilla to give it a little bit more flavor. I mean, how can you go wrong with vanilla? We're just gonna just keep tossing this around until it's kind of thickened up and turn into a nice thickening sauce. So we have our crumble. If you hear my oven in the background, it's trying to cool off, so that is my bad. This is now froze, and we're gonna do our cheesecake, and we're going to just put it on there. This is now evened out, and I'm going to get and we're gonna pour it on there. I'm gonna get a knife, and we're just gonna swirl it in there. Make sure it gets in there. Okay, we're gonna put this in the freezer overnight. It's overnight, but I might come back tonight and try it. You just never know, because I'm not patient. So let's put this in the freezer. So here is our peach cobbler, and it looks actually phenomenal. Took her out, been cooling while I've been finishing up everything, and now we're gonna taste it. All right, do I wanna use a knife or do I want to scoop? And let's do a scoop. I mean, this just looks really, really good. I ain't even gonna lie. My plastic fork, I'm glowing because it's hot in here with the oven and the ring light. Oh, look how good this looks. I mean, if only I had some ice cream, that would really top it off. So let's try this. That's actually really good. Wow. Now, if you want to sweeten it up, sprinkle a little sugar on it. This is a 7.5 because I have a very big sweet tooth. But I would definitely make this again. So hubby decided to join us.
Am I supposed to eat it now?
If you want to. First impression. Good?
They're pretty good.
Would you prefer it this way or the other way?
You don't have to make them both put them side by side,
Okay,
but I
yeah.
can't remember right now. But this is good.
I feel like if you put a little bit of sugar to sweeten it up a little bit.
It could take a little sugar. I agree with that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
9.
A 9? I gave it a 7, 7.5.
Well, okay.
Because of the sugar.
It's an 8. If you add sugar, I'll give it
a 10?
A 9.5.
Okay. Now we have the blueberry one, and I found out you're not supposed to freeze it. So don't freeze it before you eat it. Here's yours. A little cold.
Tastes watered down.
It's not bad.
I'm just not used. I can taste the cashews. I'm not used to cashews. I'm used to pecans.
Should I leave it out overnight?
It's like ice cream. I kind of like it. Good.
You like it frozen?
Not bad.
Uh-huh. What would you rate it?
You go first.
I give it a 5.
7.
I like the over better.
I like that a lot.
But if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more videos, leave a comment.
And bleep, 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 bleep. That's all, folks.
And that's all, folks.